What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Domi Disc Golf. Today I'm going to be doing a disc review video on the Latitude 64 Royal Box, the newest one that's not out yet, coming out soon. And I got a hold of this from my Team Esco team leader, Lupe Esco. I want to thank him. And in here we've got the Strive and Brave, which are two new discs. The Strive is a 13 speed, the other numbers aren't decided yet, and the Brave, which is a 7 speed. And we also have a Grand Orbit Honor, which is really stable, really fun. It looks really nice. I like how it looks. A Sense Savior. It's a cool stamp. I like the stamp. I don't like the Savior too much personally, but it's alright. And then the last one is a super pretty Grand Hope. I like this. I'm excited to throw this one. First disc I'm throwing is going to be the Hope. That is so nice. So far my impressions with that one are it is very stable. If you can put a lot of power on that and it won't turn over on you, which is really nice. I've been looking for that in a throwing putter. So I might buy one of those when they come out. Next one I'm throwing is the Savior. Whoa. Wow, I did not expect that. Okay, so I put that on a little bit of hyzer, and it actually kind of flipped up to flat. Flew fairly straight and fade out, which I was not expecting. I was expecting that to very slight hyzer, but still just like kind of push a little forwards and then fade. But it didn't do that. That's surprising. Next one I'm throwing is the Honor. Alright. So, I feel like the Honor's flight numbers really need changed. That's like a totally different topic though. That was real nice, very stable. Throw it out there flat. It has no turn, any idea of turning. It fades pretty hard. Next up is the Brave. I've heard the numbers, like what they could put the numbers on this are gonna be like 7.4 -1.1 or like 7.5 -1.1, which I think are pretty good compared to the few throws I have had with it so far. So Brave. Ugh. I hit my arm on that throw, but I'd say the idea of numbers are pretty good so far. It's like a less stable Explorer. Now we're gonna be throwing the Strive. This one I've heard is like a 13.6 -1.2 or something. It's for my few throws I've had, it's fairly flippy when you go full power, throwing it flat. But yeah, Strive. I like the feel. The feel is super nice. It's got a ton of dome. It's got a very nice grip. Oh, that was not flat. It's a little bit of hyzer, but that's where that disc strives, is on just slight hyzer. And it goes so far. It might be the new farthest flying disc in the trilogy lineup. I'm going to be throwing all the discs now on hyzer, starting with the Hope. Okay. I take back what I said about it flipping. I thought it didn't, but that flipped up a little. That's okay. You know, it's a putter. Savior. Wow. Yeah, that flips. That's crazy. That Savior's a little beat up, but it's flippy. The Savior is not a crazy stable disc, honestly, but it's got really good glide. It is a little stable, but that one flips. Honor. Yep, it's stable. It's a nice disc. The Brave. Now these are fun. This and the Strive are really good on hyzers, especially the Strive. That was a little high, a little nose up, but it flipped up to Anheuser angle, flew fairly straight, and then faded out. If it was level, it would have started turning a little. So I'd almost put it at a negative 1.5 instead of just a 1. Strive. Oh yeah. Huge. Boom. About where the last one went. That flew honestly more stable than I was expecting it to fly. I was expecting it to flip a little more. Now we will be throwing the discs on Anheuser. Starting out with the Hope. Oh, that's nice. It's fighting out. It only fight out to flat. Started to fight out to hyzer. That's really nice. I'm liking that Hope a lot. It honestly feels like it doesn't have a whole lot of glide though. Which is not what I was expecting for being a fairly deep putter. Savior. That didn't... Wow. The Hope is honestly... The Hope's more stable than that. I wouldn't expect that. The Savior is fairly stable in its original plastic. Alright, honor. I'm so bad at throwing the honor. Oh, geez. Alright, well...
I don't even know where it went.
Yeah, I'll rethrow that one. Eventually. Honor. Yeah. So, gotta be honest, I threw that a bit nose up. But, I can't really throw the honor very efficiently. The grip just doesn't work for me on the honor. Brave. Yeah. Almost turns into a roller. That might be a really good roller disc. Put like a little Anheuser, just barely gets down. I could go pretty far. The Strive. So it kind of turned, then it kind of didn't turn. Could have just held it the whole way on that Anheuser. I think that disc is not going to be very well for Anheisers. It's going to be a hyzer disc, 100%. Definitely a disc you throw hyzers with. All right, now we are throwing forehands. We've thrown all the angles on backhand. Now we're throwing forehands, starting with the Hope. Not really a disc you'd expect a forehand, but we will see how it flies. This one probably, if you're throwing like a power forehand or something, is going to have to go on hyzer, but I'm going to throw flat. Just see what happens. Yeah. That's actually a really good roller. Oh my god. That's insane. So I put that flat. My forehand has a bit of torque, especially right now. The forehand isn't warmed up, and I haven't been practicing my forehand a whole lot recently. So it's got a bit of torque, but flat, the Hope went into a roller. So let's see how the Savior does. Hopefully it's got more torque resistance. Oh yeah. Super straight up until the end. That's really interesting. On backhand, the Savior was definitely less stable than the Hope. Forehand, the Savior's got that torque resistance to keep it from turning over like the Hope did. That's really nice. Honor, this is a definite forehand disc. It's a very good forehand disc, very stable. Oh. All right. So I put on a little anhyzer, but it like fought out immediately. That disc is so stable. It's crazy. Brave on a forehand. This is not a forehand disc. Neither is the Strive. So I'm gonna put these on some hyzer. See how much they flip. We also have a little bit of a headwind now, so very slight. So that was way too low to the ground to be able to tell. But it put it on a little hyzer, a little bit of hyzer, flipped, started to turn. It would have just kept turning. But that one actually could work on a forehand for some forehand turnovers. That might actually be a good forehand disc. Now the Strive. That came out flat to the angle I threw it on. And yeah, I'm rethrowing that one. We now have like a right to left headwind. I'm throwing Strive on a forehand. I'm gonna put on some hyzer. That's nice. It's probably the best hyzer forehand I have ever thrown. I suck at throwing forehands on hyzers. That was really nice. Had little hyzer, flipped up, turned a tiny bit, faded out. It's nice. That probably won't be a big forehand disc unless you don't have a super powerful forehand. All right, Brave. Oh yeah. Wow. Those are both really good hyzer forehands for me. That was really nice. Went out on a little bit of hyzer, flipped up flat, and just flew real straight. That might actually be a pretty popular forehand disc. We will see. Well, I want to thank River real quick for being my videographer today. He's been rollerblading and videoing, so if there are any issues, I blame him. Oh wow. Dude. Wow.